Hi there, my name is Leanne Dunn of Pine Hollow Paper Design, and today I'm going to show you how I make vivid sunset cards using Brusho. So this is going to be the finished product. To get started, you'll need a piece of basic black cardstock cut to 5.5 by 8.5 inches and scored at 4.25 inches. You'll also need a piece of watercolor paper cut to 4 inches by 5.25 inches. So we'll go ahead and get started with the card base. We can just take that and fold it where it's scored. And then we can use a bone folder to get a really nice crease. So we can set that aside. So now we get started with the base for our sunset. We're going to use an aqua painter. This part you just fill it up with water, and then you have the brush part. So what I do is I just squeeze it so water comes out, and then I just brush it all over the paper. Okay, so these are the three colors that we're going to be using from Brusho, and we're going to get started with the yellow. So the yellow is where we want the sun to be, so we're going to put that right up in the corner here. All I did was poke a teeny tiny little hole with a thumbtack. That's all that you need. It takes very little color to get the effect that you need. So I'm just going to take this and brush it out. You can also make cool effects without brushing it, but for this particular sunset look, you have to brush it out. Next, I'm going to use the gamboge. And I just start up by the lightest color, and in this motion, just pull the color out. So the paper will dry pretty quickly since it's watercolor paper, so you may just have to go and add some more water. So you want it to be the lightest up by where the sun is, and again, just pull the color down. So now I'm going to work in this corner, this bottom corner, and I'm going to put the brilliant red there. And then again, you're just going to move the color around. So you can see here the colors are really starting to blend together. I'm going to take a little bit of the red and add it so it'll blend a little bit better. And then some of the gamboge. And then you're just going to move the color around until you're happy with it. Alright, so that's a pretty good base. So now we would need to set this aside until it dries. And I've got one that I already started and is dry. So that's what it looks like once it's dried. And you'll see you can have these little specks of red in there. Every piece is going to be unique. So now you can get started with the stamping. I used the Memento ink, and I used two different stamp sets, the Rooted in Nature set and High Tide. So I'm going to get started with the tree from the Rooted in Nature set. And we're just going to put this on this left corner here. then I have another smaller tree stamp from the same set. And we'll just put this over on this side. Now we're going to add the sentiment, the thinking of you. And last we have these birds that are from the High Tide set. So for the look of the grass on the original card that I made here, what I actually did was used a basic black Stampin' marker, and I used the smaller side. And it takes a while, but I just colored this in here until it was completed. Okay, so now that the coloring's done, all we have to do is attach it to the base of the card. And there you go. It's really a quick and simple card. The longest part is just waiting for the Brusho to dry. The one thing I do recommend when doing that is to maybe add just a little bit of adhesive to the corners just so that it doesn't curl in, because it will curl since it's wet. But there you go. Let me know what you'd like to see next, and I'll see you soon. Bye!